Right, so I finally watched the first episode of The Penguin. I think it's a great series. Of course, the main thing for me is the transformation from Colin Farrell because he looks completely different from his actual self. The way they did his character right here, he looks just like what I would think the Penguin would look like. And of course, we saw him in the movie The Batman. I think this is probably my second favorite movie of Batman overall. I think The Dark Knight has to be the first one. But Christian Bale and Robert Pattinson are basically tied to me because of the cinematography from the Batman. So I wanted to see if this series was going to translate and have that same look. It has that same look, but I'm not 100% sure if the person that is in charge of the cinematography is the same guy here for this series. I know the budget is going to be lower because it's a series and not a movie, but I probably should check later if it's the same guy that's taking care of the cinematography, because I saw somebody post on Twitter the overall pictures of the cinematography for the Batman, and I remember, wow, it looks amazing. It's just the vibe and the dark tone and how everything very focused on where the character is walking by, but at the same time, it has that dark tone around the person. It has that here, but I'm not sure if it's the same person. So we get to the Penguin and overall his story. He actually goes to his club to try to find some papers, and it's basically showing some pictures of the death. I'm not sure if it was the death of Falcone because it was somebody that I think was without any clothes on, but I don't think it was Falcone. I don't know what exactly he was looking for, but he was looking for those papers. So I'm automatically intrigued because I remember this area specifically from the Batman when Falcone died. It was right there, and it was a club, the same club that was in the movie. So I like that this is actually basically a sequel to the Batman, and this is going to tie in for the next Batman movie in 2025 that they're starting to film very soon. So very interesting to see. We have the same setting. This actually ties in. This is worth watching for the whole story of the movies too. And of course, it's the same character that's going to be on the next movie, aside from whatever other villain they have. So Colin Farrell sounds great. He sounds just like in a movie. He looks just like in a movie, even if this budget might be lower. Sophia Falcone, she is actually a character that is new introduced because I don't remember her from the movie at all, the Batman. And she's very interesting because she comes out of basically like this clinic of, so it's like a psychiatry clinic, I think she said, or something about a rehab, because she was basically trying to say how she's trying to come back from people calling her crazy, because I think if I'm not mistaken, she said that she killed somebody. So they're trying to put her as one of these characters that are a villain. And if I'm not mistaken, I did see a review where she's talking about she's always wanted to play the villain on a movie. So it's interesting to see what she actually does to the Penguin, because she literally ties him up with, of course, her people helping her to try to see what happened to her brother. And what happened is the Penguin, Oz, in this case Colin Farrell, actually killed, right in the beginning of the show, Alberto Falcone, because he's right there as he's about to get the papers for the club. Turns out Alberto Falcone is going to be the successor to the Falcone, his father that died in the movie, and he's right there at the same time. So Oz is trying to like talk with him, but Alberto doesn't take Oz seriously, the Penguin seriously. So he's actually making some jokes about how he's a bitch and he's not really going to be somebody that they look up to if you pass away, because they're trying to talk about legacy and history, since the legacy of the Falcones, Alberto's supposed to carry it. So since he doesn't take Oz as seriously as Oz is taking the Falcone family while they're talking, he just shoots him and then he starts laughing. So it's a great introduction because I wasn't expecting that to happen given how serious the talk was about legacy. And I'm like, boom, right there, Alberto just passes. So now the only person left is Sophia Falcone. And she doesn't know because she had this plan with Alberto to actually take care of the drug industry. And she's actually trying to renew it with Alberto because Alberto was given that overall plan to the Penguin when they were sitting down and talking, like, we're going to do something different, change the product, and it's actually going to revolutionize. Well, not anymore. And the reason is because at that point, the Penguin shoots him, so now he has to take care of the body. Now he has to hide it. He's trying to be careful because he's at his own club, right? But then as he's going to go down into the stairs, he literally just throws the body and Alberto's just right there in the bag, and it just gets hit right with the stairs hard. He doesn't care anymore. So as he's going to throw the body, what actually happens is these kids are trying to take the rims from his car. That's where we see the purple Maserati. I thought it was amazing because it looks perfect for the Penguin when he's later on in the episode putting the purple suit. That was fire. The purple suit with the purple Maserati as he's meeting Sophia afterwards. But that's right after this, because right here, he's like, hey, stop trying to take my rims. And he starts shooting. And one of the kids can't manage to escape, which is Victor. This is where we get introduced to Victor. He's very scared because he sees this guy with the gun. He was just trying to help the other kids take the rent. So he's like, please don't kill me. The Penguin saves him. Oz saves him. So he's like, nah, I could use you for this because he was having trouble with the body, right? Mind you, the Penguin, the way he walks, he has messed up feet, so he needs the help. So Victor then helps him. They put it in the car. They're trying to find somewhere to throw the body and all that. But they don't actually even dispose of the body because later on, they use the body to save the Penguin from what happens to him when Sophia Falcone basically tries to kill him torture him to get to know where is Alberto. You're not telling me the truth. I'm not stupid. But either way, they gotta try to dispose of the body, right? So Victor is very, very nervous. He's trying to figure out who is this guy. I mean, please just don't kill me. I'm very young. I just want to live. I can help you in any way you want. I got the confidence. That's when the Penguin is like, okay, I could use somebody. And this whole episode is trying to introduce who takes Oz serious enough to not just be like a middleman and to be the top boss of the whole city, which is basically the description of the episode too when you actually read it. So I think it was a great episode because Victor, you kind of, you enjoy this character too. It's not just about Oz. Like the dynamic between both of them, I thought was good. So I think HBO did a great thing with the first episode. It didn't feel like it was just a boring introduction. It was a good introduction. And every character that was showed was meaningful enough to you be interested on what was happening with this character. So when they finally look at the sunset, because it gets to the daytime, they gotta wait the whole night. Oz even opens up a fire with Victor and they start even sharing like these small burgers or sandwiches. I don't remember what it was. It was like a small burger. And he's talking about, I'm missing a pickle, and he's mad about it, Oz. I like the way that dynamic was because he's just mad about the fact he misses a pickle on his burger. And you see how this quote unquote evil villain right here just has like a regular day-to-day night in this case. While he's with Victor, Victor's like scared and he's like, you can have my pickle if you want. He's like, I don't want your fucking pickle. It's like, you're not gonna just hand it to me. It's gonna be gross because you already ate. So Victor's like, okay. They leave it like that. It was a nice chatter as they literally have a dead body and all that. But as they're gonna dispose it on this certain place, they're not gonna like throw it in the water. He's gonna kill Victor because he thinks, now you're enough of use for me. Luckily he doesn't because Victor saves him later on from Sophia Falcone on this very first episode. But Victor's like, please, I have the confidence I could help you more. You don't have to kill me. So what happens? He doesn't. He says, okay, I'll use you for now. Things change, but you gotta answer the phone. He gives him a phone and all that. Did he have the phone already? No, I think he gives him the phone. And he gives him this other car that, not the Maserati, of course, he's not going to give him the purple Maserati. He gives him like this regular car that he had that they just go to find. So this is what was important because that car ended up helping them. They actually take the body because he's aware of Sophia Falcone trying to decipher what happened with Alberto. And she doesn't believe the Penguin. And they go to dinner to talk about it because she's like, why don't we go to dinner? I haven't talked to you in a long time. I can't find Alberto. She's trying to decipher what is the truth in the Penguin. She tries to decipher if he's lying or not. And he's like, I have no idea. The only reason I mentioned the whole revolutionize the drug industry with the other people when they got the meeting, he had to go to a meeting with the bigger people from the overall Falcone family. They're not from the Falcone family, but it's like that are running the drug unit aside, like along. And what actually happens is he starts to talk about it because they're going to shut him down. Well, that's where Sophia comes in and she's like, how do you know about that when they're in the dinner? Because it doesn't make sense because the only way he would know is if he talked to Alberto and he said he didn't. That's when he says, we talked about it before. Only reason I didn't know that you were in it is because you were over there trying to get better on the rehab thing. That's the supposed thing. So he saves himself slightly from it, but she doesn't fall for it because then she actually captures him. This is one of the best parts of the whole episode where he's trying to basically drive and run away from them, but he has to shoot one of them and he has to like fight against one of the people from Sophia Falcone in the car, in the Maserati and all of that. I thought it was a great scene because then one of them actually ironically gets crashed by a bus as they're trying to fight Oz the Penguin. But of course they get him and boom, they hit him and knock him out and they tie him up. What happens is then he actually has to say, because they took all his clothes off and they're trying to like put this string around his arm that's cutting him if he doesn't speak, and tells the truth of where Alberto is. Well, they cut him even more. But right as that's happening, Victor comes to save with the old car and he has the body. Of course, Victor's not there. They don't see him. So he crashes into the car. And when she the thing is open. The back part of the car is open. And when she sees, she starts screaming Sophia Falcone because she realizes boom, there's Alberto. I can't even say the name correct. Alberto's dead body right there, and it's like it says payback. So that was incredible because then she starts screaming and she's actually like, "What in the world is happening?" I thought that was a great way to end the episode. Then you see that they actually go and get that, it's a slushy or an icy drink, however you call it, an icy drink that they mix, because this time the Penguin told him it's better if it's mixed, the drink, the icy. And he's like, "You were right." That was way back at the beginning of the episodes. You don't mix the drink in. Victor's like, "Nah, I've never mixed it." And he's scared because why is he even talking about this with me, the Penguin? He was about to shoot me. So they end the episode like basically friends and teammates. And they finally mix the icy drinks, and it was all after him saving the Penguin. So I thought that was very good. Let me know what you think. I think this is a great start, and had like 5 million viewers for the first episode. Let's see if it continues to get good. So far, so good. And I'm excited, of course, for the second Batman movie because it's going to take place in the winter. I don't know if it's an official cover art that I did see, but with the blue logo of the Batman and him like in the winter, he's like walking in the winter. That was fire. Let's see if it's the case or not that it's good. So far, first episode, I give it a 9 out of 10.